Welcome to another paint session, late night paint session, I should say. With me, Chris. You can't see my hands, or you can't see my face, but you can see my hands. I'm here. I'm going to do some painting. I'm going to work on my Aeldari Harlequin Starweaver. As I've shown many pictures online, I've also got a few videos. Have a video for my patrons on how I did the diamond pattern here, what colors I used and everything like that. Just for everybody out there who might be wondering such a thing. And so now I'm at a point now where I'm not 100% sure where I'm going. I make sure I have this. Yeah, I've got my volume on. Last time I did a live stream, I forgot to turn my volume on. Anywho, did the little cannon here, a little bit of the sparkly paint here. Did the cannon up here, sparkly paint. Did the I've got a video, it'll be coming up shortly about how I did some of this stuff here, just the color I was using and everything. And right now I only have this cannon stuck up here just with a little bit of blue tack with the pin. And I'm thinking of working on my riders as well. I didn't even glue this part in yet. But the first thing I was going to talk about, or at least ask some of you guys maybe, I did this canopy. And this canopy, I don't know if you can see very well, but let's see here. Yeah, this canopy, like against something white. Let me get something white here. Ah, here we go. Little old styrofoam coupe. The canopy is this amber color. I made this color with Tamiya using 2 drops of yellow with like 1 drop of orange, and just to give me this nice amber color. And I thought it would be a nice color to play against the purple, just because I didn't really feel like doing it as full on yellow. I thought an amber color would look cooler, and I don't know, so far it's not horrible, it's not bad, but the next thing is, the question I'm asking myself is the trim and everything around the canopy. How should I go about doing that? Should I do it by hand and do it as what I use to do the craft in, which is nail polish? Or should I color match it to this color, like this particular metallic color we see at the moment? Because this stuff is color shift. This is like, it changes under the light, and the canopy might not display that all that well. Or do I go with a different color? Should I go like a black trim or silver, or even maybe the gold? There's kind of bluey green metallic that I got going on in the craft. Or do I mask it off and do it in the nail polish and do it by airbrush, as I've done pretty much most of this model as it is? I have no idea. I'm sure you guys are probably writing comments right now. You know what? I gotta see where the chat's at anyway. Where is the chat? Do we have anything going on in the chat? The chat is pretty darn quiet at the moment. So everybody is just, I guess, hunkering down. Sorry, I'm just clearing some of this crap off my desktop here. Probably see that stuff going on in the background. It's okay. I'm going to see if I can pull this up on my phone. Clash of Clans telling me I've got all sorts of updates to do. All sorts of updates. All kinds. I'll load up the Twitch. Of course. Now, why can this never be easy on pulling up my own stream? There we go. Oop. There. Let's pull this stream. and the chat. There we go. I got my chat. I got the viewers. I'm good for now. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. I think I'm going to brave it, and I'm just going to do it by hand. In which case, I am going to need to prime it. We're going to have to prime this son of a gun. So for that, I'm going to grab a little bit of Imperial Primer here from Citadel. Hopefully this stuff's still good. Yeah, it looks fine to me. Looks okay. Let's grab my favorite towel. Cloth. Something or other. I wonder if I can move my mic any closer. My mic's plenty close, I suppose. Considering I probably talk pretty loud anyway. And so, let's do a little bit of painting. Let's grab a standard brush. That's kind of thick and chunky, but you know what? I don't think shaking this is going to do any good. I think we have to give us a good old-fashioned stirring here. Oh, good grief! Yeah, it is a little heavy. It's a little bit chunky. Hopefully this does the trick. Jeez Louise. Otherwise, I'm working with paste. You know what, it is kind of thick. I hardly ever use this stuff. And yeah, it's a little thick. I'm not going to bother using it. Just because of the delicate nature of the area I want to work on. So we'll put that back. We will grab regular old Vallejo primer. I don't have my black around because the boys borrowed it. So, just going to grab a little bit of Vallejo surface primer. I'm going to throw a little bit onto my palette, which is this. Oop, a little too much. It's okay. We'll leave this right here. Something like that, anyway. Let's grab a detail brush. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to adhere this to a bit of silly putty just to hang on to it. I got sticky tack as well, but silly putty, you know, it's kind of forgiving in your hands. You can just kind of, you know, let it sit there. It kind of like slowly melts as you're using it, but I like it because it's not too aggressive in its you know, tackiness to adhere to a surface. And so and before anybody asks, yes, you can use airbrush primer with a brush, because why wouldn't you be able to? Some people seem to think that because it's airbrush, it's, you know, some sort of other magical properties about it or something. And acrylic paint is pretty much acrylic paint wherever you go. But, you know, try telling some people that, and it's like, no, it's different. I mean, it varies company to company, but I mean, otherwise, it's all pretty much the same crap. And so just very carefully here, I'm just laying out my primer onto this surface here just to provide something for the paint to get a hold of. And yeah, probably can't see it very well on camera, but we're slowly getting somewhere on here on the glass. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it black, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it metallic, and then throw magenta and purple metal or purple clears on top of it, just to kind of get a bit of a color match for the main body of the craft. And that's what we'll do. So did I hit the wrong area? I can't tell. I did. Hit the wrong point. Sometimes if you're fast, you can wipe it away with just your brush. Sometimes if you're fast, but I didn't realize I hit that area. I recently did a video, very recently, on cleared canopies, clear plastic. You know, just in case you make a boo-boo, what have you. Yeah, just a quick video on that. I almost kind of like it, that lighter color almost now. It's just a light gray primer I'm using, but the lightness on it. Now we're gonna use colors on it. It's Harlequin for that, for God's sakes. We gotta use some sort of coloring on here, right? Just very carefully catch that part. Try not to have too much of this stuff on your brush, otherwise it'll just end up leaking everywhere. So you see, grab a bit more. Colored primer, I should say. All right, I think that's that for that. Next, we are going to grab a what are we gonna grab? We're gonna grab black. Grab some black. Get some metallics ready. You know what? I've got colored metallics. Maybe I'll use a colored metallic. Yeah. That's the ticket. Getting time to clean up some of my lids. Caps are sitting funny. But not ha-ha funny. Nah, maybe it's a little ha-ha funny. So I'm just wiping off the excess gunk on my brush here. Kind of get like these, you know, where your hand's constantly sitting, you know. Sometimes I get in the habit of just kind of wiping the handle free and just kind of, you know, getting that crap off there. You can barely see the old logos and stuff on this one here. This is an old one. This is when they tinted the end of the brushes there. Start here. Man, we might have to go over this a couple times just to build this up nice and solid. Go. There we go. So, see there? Simply just laying the black on top. Trying to keep my hands from getting too sticky here from the silly putty. And down this side here. Trying to be very careful as I work my way around, trying to keep it all nice and neat. Neato, neato, neato. Gee, chat's been awfully quiet here. I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, where is everybody? Nobody's talking. Usually get a couple of the monkeys jumping in and saying hello. But everybody's so quiet. Anywho, I'm just going to continue painting until somebody says something. And nobody says anything. And then I'm just going to sit here and mumble to myself like a crazy person. Which would not be different from any other day. Go. And just a little bit more black. Just a smidge. A smidgeon. Oh, dang it. Hey, when that happens, get all over your fingers from the back side of the pot. Again, sorry if I'm really quiet. I am concentrating. Sometimes I have to do that when I'm painting, as you might imagine. Or maybe you don't, I don't know. There we go. So we're pretty much happy, I think, with that trim now as it is. Give us a couple seconds to dry. Then I'm going to see what it looks like on the vehicle. Before I do that, though, I need to find my... Oh, that's a cobalt. Yeah, that's not too bad either. Kunzite Alchemy. Where's the other one? No. Where's the purple? No, it's speed metal for speeding. There it is. This is the purple right here. There we go. Okay. So I think it's a combination of these two. Kunzite Alchemy and Amethyst Alchemy. One's a light magenta and the other's a purple. And yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to use the purple first, and then we'll very carefully, or maybe, no, we'll do the purple first. We'll do the purple first. Just because. It's kind of tempted to see how this alchemy might even do like as an edge on the armor itself. I have another one too. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? No, not that one. So this one, Ruby Alchemy. Nah, it's a little too red. What about this one? Oh, that's pure copper. Never mind. We don't want pure copper. Pure copper. Man, oh man. Hey man. Oh, it's a little too much. Oh well. Alright. So, let's start laying this stuff out. God, this stuff covers so well. If you've never played with scale 75 colors before, I really recommend it. They're so nice. They cover so well. And they go on so smooth. I really enjoy their metallic formula. As far as metallics are concerned, they're my favorite. I just enjoy the way these cover. Now, it's not going to be an exact match because this, again, as I mentioned earlier, this is not color shifting paint, which is what's on the body here. But I'm going to try and get the value close to approximate what it is, you know, if I was to have done it in a metallic. Like what level of magenta would I use? And just basically color matching. It's an exercise a lot of artists go through when they're learning to paint, learning to master their paints. Color matching. It's a skill and an exercise that can be learned anywhere. Comes with practice, time and practice, as with everything. Time and practice. So just go around. Yeah, it's not bad. It's still very light purple in comparison. The armor itself has this very magenta tint to it. We're going to build up to it slowly. I just wanted to have this purple base to it just because. So, that is the purple on there. We're going to take next the kunzite, somethingite. I don't know. Either way. Come on. Come on. Damn clogs. No. I need to get my little shiv. Where's my shiv? Hey, where's my shiv? I always have it in that one spot. Of course, as soon as I need it, it's nowhere to be found. Isn't that always the case? Wait. Oh, screw it. That's not it. But we'll use this. This is a little skewer. It's a little bit thick, but give it a shot here. Wait. Got a little metallic paint everywhere. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's a little too big. I don't like that one. My metallic shiv, though. I don't know what happened to my little shiv. Whip some of this paint up. There we go. And see, this color is very close to the body. Got it all in my thumb now. Hopefully it's not in my clothes. Go on with this pinky metallic all over me. Now then, let's say this is the highlight, and we're going to build the color downwards. So I'm going to go like this. Yeah, we're going to treat this as like a shade color. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Center portion of the metal. And you know what? That's not actually too bad. In fact, I think one light little glaze of like a magenta, and I think I might have nailed it. I just might get this in the first try. Of course, I better not get cocky, but. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. It's this pinky purpley kind of color here. This way, cross beam, come to the center, and end up hitting the glass. Crap. Oh well, that's good. Now, the pinky metallic is on there. You can see it as a differential from the metallic. But now I'm going to use some ghost tints. Just a bit. Just a little. Maybe I should add it to the metallic. No, let's keep it separate. Just a little bit. That's all we need. Stick with our detail brush here. Get a little bit of the color. It's not an exact match. It's not bad. It's actually kind of a little bit more vibrant than expected. It's not horrible. It might be the amount I'm laying down. Although it's not too bad. It looks really bright. But it's not terrible. I think there's a bit of evening up. And I think I might have it. Let's see how it looks. It's not an exact match. It's not horrible. I probably can push it further up. Needs a bit more of that wine coloring in it. Otherwise, it's not too bad. I mean, over here, it's not too bad. I mean, just certain angles, really, when you look at it, it doesn't match. But then at some points, it does match. It's really kind of weird. You know? So, I don't know. I would like to bring it up to more of a wine coloring. I wouldn't mind hitting more of that though. And I think this is still wet. Maybe what we'll do is we'll try a smidge of purple. Just to knock a bit of that out a bit. Maybe we'll mix them. Give it a little mix. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what it is? That's what it is. It needs a bit of purple in it. Just a bit. No, that's too much. Yeah. Yeah, let's try that. A little further. So we just push that. You know what? I'm going to push this color all the way over. I wasn't going to. Now I feel like it. Yeah, it's a little bit richer than the base color, but it's not bad at all. Just a little bit. Main parts of the armature here. And I'm just going to push it just right to the center. And push this color around. Built up a really heavy kind of purple, but not bad. then the next fun part is sealing this. That's the next fun part. I want to hit it with just a bit more magenta. This stuff's drying really fast. Just thinning it out a little bit with some water. Just a little bit. Interesting effect on this. Now, mind you, this is not the same color as the body. And I'm toying with the idea of coming back and forth with some other colors, but I'm kind of liking how that magenta looks for the moment. Maybe all it takes is just thinning out just a bit of that purple metallic or this magenta metallic, this kunzite, and just putting a nice little layer on top of it, just to even this vibrancy out, because it's not the exact same. But under the certain light, it does take on that same quality. But anyway. Give it a shot here and see how this looks. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. I don't know if the camera can tell. Like, it's not a perfect match, but it's getting pretty close. I knock a bit of that vibrancy out of it. And I think it's a pretty darn close call. I think. Yeah, that's not terrible. It's not awesome, but it's not terrible. So, let's reattach here. Oop. Still feels a little tacky. I don't know why it always takes so long to dry this stuff. I take a bit of this color here, and you know what? Maybe I'll use a bit of glazing medium. Where's my glazing medium? Is this my glazing medium? Yeah, it's my glazing medium right there. This is a little Vallejo, because I don't think Scale 75 produces a medium yet, so let's throw a little bit onto the palette, take a little bit onto the glazing medium, 2 drops ought to do. Not sure why I still got this little foam, and let's thin this out. That's pretty good right there. Yeah. That's really thin and cloudy. Let's try that. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah. Also brings back a little bit of that metallic shine to it. What's that?
It's a VR headset.
Oh, the VR headset. Oh. Are you setting it up in your office? I am liking that a lot better. It's a lot more subdued. It doesn't knock a bit of the vibrancy out. And it doesn't feel quite as, magenta. Yeah. You know what? I'm pretty happy with where that is right now. Yeah. You know what? I'm mostly happy with that. So, we are going to leave that to dry. I'm going to remove that. Put that there for the moment. Because we'll have to clean off some of the little parts there where I hit it. Do that. Let's do a little bit of airbrushing. Get a little bit more of this guy done. Oops. Put these colors away. Put that away. Put that away. Put that away, I suppose. I'm not going to be using these for the moment. More of this. Sorry, I just like to keep my work area somewhat clean. Okay. Don't need the primer. Put that back. Man, this chat has been quiet. Where the hell is everybody? Nobody feels like talking, I guess. Alright. Put the cap back on this guy. We're not using this. We are going to switch to a chrome. Feels a little sticky. Yeah. Oh man, that's brutal. Chris never cleaned his brush last time. It's okay. We'll get it off. Get that ghibli gook off. proper caked there with stuff. I thought I cleaned it better than that last time I was using this. Apparently not. Plus this brush is due for proper cleaning anyway. Got the ultrasonic cleaner and everything, and you know, it's been a while since I put it through a proper run through. Okay. I'll just throw that right here for the moment. Yeah, it feels good. It feels silky smooth. Where is that? Let's make sure I got a proper seal on here. Oui, oui. Oui, oui, monsieur. Put that there for the moment. Alright. Now, we are going to spray those Harlequins. We're going to give them a lighter spray. They initially got a base coat of Karak stone, and I'm going to do Terminus stone next on them. But first, I need a glove. Hey there, Twitchy. What's happening? What's happening in ye old Scotland? Scotland? Yeah, Scotland. Talk to Twitchy all the time and I forget where the hell he is all the time. There we go. That's the scariest sound you'll hear. Alright, so what I like to do for these Citadel things, not much. Rain as usual. Rain in good old sunny Scotland. Awesome. For overspray, I'm going to put this somewhere else. I'll put it over here. I'm probably going to try and spray right here-ish, I think. Either way. Let's just go for it, eh? That's probably more than I need, but okay. Just clean my scooper. All right. What PSI are we at here? We are at 20 PSI. That's good. Oh, you know what? I probably should thin this out. Let's thin it out with some golden thinner. So we'll thin this out with some golden. No, I don't want to use that brush. That's what I use for my nail polish. Now we'll use this one here. Typically, I like to use my wash brush for mixing in the cup like this, just because it's got longer bristles, and the wash brush doesn't usually see too much action, whereas my standard brush sees a lot. This one's actually getting beaten up though. Probably gonna have to switch to one of my other brushes. Pretty designs. Sorry, I'm goofing around. Alright, let's start with the back of the canopy here. right through that center. Yeah, nice bright bone color in the center. Let's do the undergun. Actually, did I glue that in? I don't think I glued it in. Did I glue it in? Did I? No, I didn't. Take that right off. So let's do the undergun now. The undergun. You know what I mean. Just going to create a little bit of a fade here to the front. Just like so. Good enough. I'm not going to kill myself on these colors here. Go. And now the real test. Tolo, spray this. You spray this. Now we are going to spray the Harlequins themselves. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a zenithal type of highlight. I'm just going to spray straight down at them. Nothing fancy. Just something a little like that, I think. I gotta catch more of the backside here. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm okay with that. Next duder. I think I'm okay with that. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, now I'm okay with that. Now I've got too much damn color in here. Still got tons of sitting in this cup. What to do, what to do. Sit here and doodle. No. Let's put it back into the pot. I know I used a different medium, but wait, is this the right one? Yeah, turnstone. Wasn't sure which pot I did. Anyway, yeah. This one's getting low anyway, so I think last couple times I used it, I was using golden thinner with it anyway. So now, time to clean. turn the PSI up a bit. Just a hair or two. Let's clean out the well. Ooh. Okay. Get a bit more water happening. There we go. Tolo, I need to get me a good airbrush. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's really, what do you want to spend, you know? I personally like Badger. It's what I've really kind of gotten to learn. I know there's other companies out there who are, you know, producing airbrushes, and, you know, I think really, Tola, if you're looking at an airbrush, I think this is the one you want to go for. The Patriot 105. You know, it's probably one of the best, most used, easiest to clean, you know. The other hard part is finding a good compressor. That's the other hard part. Because you can find a, you know, a cheap one on, like, you know, eBay or something, but it could die on you in, like, you know, no time flat, which is no fun. What's up?
I know. Got it all set up, just waiting for it to restart.
What's that?
I got everything set up, just waiting for it to reset.
Oh. Gotcha.
Then we'll shoot some zombies.
Shoot some zombies?
Shoot some zombies.
Some zombies.
I have a smoke.
Can you bum a smoke? You frickin'...
Yep.
If we weren't live right now, I would call you so many words.
You beat me like the redheaded stepchild.
I beat you like a redhead stepchild. Yeah, right there. Oh. I said one.
Take it back.
So we got these highlights built up on these guys now, and they're looking pretty cool. And so now we are going to apply a wash. I think I'm going to use some... What do I want to use? What should I wash them in? You know what? I'm going to use raw umber, because it's such a great color. It sits on top of these bones so nicely. And yeah, I like it. Tolo, I have 4 compressors. 20 gallon, 125 PSI in my main. Okay, well, it sounds like you got the compressor thing all figured out. Just get yourself a brush, man. Get yourself a brush. What's the hold up? I think where is... Now this is probably good for now, I think. That's okay. Oh, man. Yeah, that color matched not too bad at all. It's not a perfect match, but you know what? I probably could hit it a bit more of that metal and bring that down a bit more, but that's not horrible. At a distance, it blends. Not too bad. We are going to put these guys here because we're going to apply some shade wash to this. We're going to use some raw umber. We are going to use some Liquitex Flow Aid. And I think really that's probably all I need. Well, let's use some golden thinner anyway, just in case we need it. Yeah, we'll use some golden thinner. Why not? Why not? So just a drop or two of this umber. And this umber, this raw umber from Golden, is it's a transparent. It's in their transparent line. And we just simply add a drop. A drop. Hello. Oh, I didn't. I didn't draw any. Let's add 2 drops. Medium. Alright. And this time we will use our wash brush. Where's my wash brush? Here it is. Sorry, the shade brush. Feels like the furl's coming loose. Must be abusing my brushes. Alright. Now, let's test it out. Make sure it's flowing good. Grab a part and apply. It's kind of deep. You know, it's not bad at all. And it matches pretty much what else I've done on this vehicle as well. Yeah, you know what, that's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Push the color back. Get rid of those air bubbles. Wee. Oh, too much there. Oh, too much there too. Just all around too much. There we go. Do that. Let's do Harlequin now. You know what? I think I want to add a little bit more fluid. 2 more drops. Just because I really am just looking for it to fall into the recesses. And yeah, that's better right there. That's what I'm looking for. Right now it's going right into the recesses as I like with a good shade wash, but it's not tinting the surface of the model too drastically. It's behaving exactly how I want it, which is what a good little paint should do. It should behave exactly how you want it. Of course, if it doesn't, you gotta punish it. How do you punish it? I have no idea. I don't even think that's possible to punish your colors. Maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe in some other crazy alternate dimension that I'm not aware of. Talking all sorts of crazy crap now, aren't I? But that's that. Yeah, perfect. See, it didn't change the overall value too much, and it got into all the little details, got all the highlights, the shadows, everything. Very good. I like. Me happy. Me happy. I have to hit this with some more fluid. Running low. Running low. Yeah, I think we're doing it again. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it again. Hit it again. that's pretty darn good. Let's draw out some of this excess stuff. Doesn't need it to be that heavy. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Very, very good. Now, the question becomes, do I feel like applying it to the floor panels here? Oh, I probably should. Take a very heavy helping of medium, or flow weight, I mean. Yeah, let's hit this then. Okay, that's better than I was expecting. Getting into all the recesses there. Oop. Drop the canopy. Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of little bubbles. Trying to squeegee them out. Yeah. There we go. Not terrible at all. And I think with that, I am going to call her done. I don't know how long I've been running. Been running for a bit. And yeah, it's time to let these guys dry. So let's get them off the foam. Get these guys off the foam. Let this stuff dry, and I will see you guys later on at some point. Thank you for tuning in. If there's any other type of stuff you guys want to see me paint, let me know, or whatever other projects I might have on the go. Ebb and flow. Yeah, sign in and I'm signing out. Yeah, well, I've been on for, I don't know, I've been on for a little bit now. I think over an hour, I think it's over an hour. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't tell. Let's move this camera here. Oh, going for a ride. Going for a ride. Going for a ride. Oh, going for a ride. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. We're done. Yeah, sorry, Ebb and Flow. I've been on here for, crap, I didn't know how long I've been on. Where's my program? Of course, this is not going to tell me how long I've been on. Oh, everything wants to be so difficult. I can't tell how long I've been on. I've been on for a while. Monkey Pride Worldwide. Yeah. Hopefully, you found this somewhat interesting. I know a lot of you guys were late tuning in, and you know, I'll be posting this on YouTube, and yeah, I'm just getting some work done on my Starweaver, just getting some painting done. I figured I'd answer a couple questions, but since the monkeys were pretty quiet, I didn't have to answer too many questions. I could actually just kind of concentrate on getting my work done. Usually these paint sessions, I usually end up not getting a lot done, but I got quite a bit done. I got the canopy done, and I got those Harlequins ready. I just gotta wait for them to dry, and then carry on to the other processes. Of course, I also have filmed, for anybody who's watching this and wondering how I did the body and did the diamond pattern on the body, I do have videos on that. How I did the diamond pattern, I have a video on my Patreon for all of my patrons, how I did it, and so you might as well check that out. But otherwise, you know, like, subscribe, comment, all that other usual goodness, and I will see you guys later at some point. Bye.